So, what is your guys' favorite Ghost Recon and Ghost Recon moments? Because mine is from Ghost Recon 2. And not Advanced Warfighter, Ghost Recon 2 is where I first started. Now, for you guys who don't know, that's from the generation when stuff was built to last. Like, this was the original Xbox. I mean, you could grab this thing and drop it down a flight of stairs, and this fucking thing would not break. It would still work. You could literally jump on it. Like my buddy Rick at the time, when we were like the best of bros, he just wanted to punch me in the face or cut my ball sack off when we would play this game. And of course, you know, hey guys, come on man, it was an old game, so there was a ton, I mean, there was a ton of spawn camping. I could be wrong about names because remember, I was a kid at the time, I was young. And then there was the rail yard. I played the rail yard, and I'll never forget the moment. It was me and my buddy Milagro, and I mean, we just came to life. We had our teammate right there. We were playing on the hardest difficulty, so friendly fire was allowed in the versus mode. And this kid he was just so irritating. And he was trying to pronounce our name at the time, and it was Chittiekitty. And he was going, Itty Kitty? Witty Kitty? And he's like, oh, shitty kitty. And Milagro just turned around with an LAW and shot him dead on in the face, and his little body flew. Like, the next match happens, and the kid is all mad, and I actually said Milagro's name, and, like, you know, even though for a little kid, it was one of the coolest comebacks you could ever say. Like, Milagro said something to him, and the kid just replied, your name is Milagro. And he goes, hey, what about it? And he goes, my log grows. And I went, damn, he got you there, bro. And that's when the kid finishes off, my log grows early in the morning. And, you come on, man, we're, like, young at the time, so that's fucking priceless. And then time goes on and we play some Advanced Warfighter. I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, but we discovered the quarry. Like, come on, I'm not the only person who played this game and had some fantastic times, because, oh my god, there were so many good times you could probably even remember when you played Ghost Recon. Like, seriously, just write down what your favorite moment was. And yeah, that's Inspector Gadget in the background. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, man. Inspector Gadget is fucking fantastic. Like, what was the other one? I believe it was Pagoda. It was this foggy level, and I forgot what Ghost Recon it was exactly from, but you could get rid of the name above your head, and we would dress up in white suits and run around as spooky ghosts. It was absolutely retarded when you think about it, but in the end, I mean, it was a very foggy level, and made some pretty good camouflage. But those were my favorites, so what were your guys's? Because I did play some of Future Soldier, I liked it, it was pretty good, but those are still my all-time favorites. Because, I'd have to say it was pretty much the feel of the levels back then, because their levels were gigantic. I mean, for old games, they had really good levels. I mean, they were wide, they were nice, there were camping spots, hiding spots, you could play the game any way you wanted. It didn't have that crappy Call of Duty feel where it's, here you go, we're going to put you in a box, and you only have 3 ways to go. It was pretty open, and you could do everything you wanted in the PvP zone. You know, they had a spot for the guys who like to snipe, because you could snipe anywhere you wanted, because there was always grass and always terrain made for sniping, and a way to assault the guy who was sniping. And it was never that scenario of he who shot first won first, it was the guy who had the better terrain. Which, don't get me wrong, I like that. That's what I like about games like this. And also back then, they weren't that hard on different name types. I mean, you know, like nasty names, because for fuck's sake, I got away with the name Shitty Kitty, just spelled awkwardly and, you know, in a way you just go, what? How did you think of that? And, come on, man. You know, like, even my sister, she had the name of Big Chief Slap-a-Ho and Beef Curtains and got away with it at the time. Those were good times. Like, imagine when you're playing this game and you see Beef Curtains turn around and shoot you in the face, and the only thing you could just do is go, that by Beef Curtains. And then, you know, Shitty Kitty's right beside you, and Shitty Kitty shoots you. Imagine dying to the person with the name Shitty Kitty. Think that through carefully. And then there was the guy with VW multiple times. It was something his girlfriend had. There's another term for that. I'll let you think that through carefully. Congo's making the expression. You know, it took a lot of work to get kills, depending on what angle you ran at the person, because the levels were open. I mean, it wasn't a box. I mean, even my sister would dominate me at this. That right there describes the way this felt. I'm in tears and she's laughing. Like, it was a great time, because we would go to my sister's house, and we'd all hook up our consoles on the TVs, multiple TVs. You could have up to 4 people at the time on a TV playing. It was fucking fantastic. So, those are some of my great times. What was your guys' great times? So, before this video ends, remember, strangers give the best candy.